Jim Davidson has never been one to hold back his opinions, and when it comes to politics, he's as direct as they come. But this time, he's making headlines for something even bigger. A claim that Keir Starmer has been hiding something for years. It's a statement that has people talking, and whether you love or hate Davidson, you can't deny that he knows how to stir a debate. So what exactly did Davidson say? And more importantly, is there any truth to it? Well, let's break it down. Davidson has built a reputation for being outspoken, especially when it comes to the political landscape in the UK. He's taken jabs at Labour, at the Tories, and pretty much anyone he thinks deserves criticism. But his latest comments about Keir Starmer are making waves for one reason. He's calling the Labour leader abusive. Now, that's a strong word. In today's world, where every public figure's past is under scrutiny, such an accusation doesn't just disappear into the background. It sticks. It lingers. And it makes people ask questions. But before we get carried away, let's take a step back. What does abusive mean in this context? Is it personal behavior? Is it leadership style? Or is it a broader accusation about how Starmer operates within the political system? Davidson hasn't exactly provided a detailed dossier of evidence, but that's never stopped people from jumping to conclusions. And in an era where public perception can change overnight, even an offhand comment can be enough to damage reputations. Now let's talk about Keir Starmer. He's positioned himself as a serious, pragmatic leader, someone who wants to distance Labour from its past controversies and bring a more professional, competent image to the party. But that very approach has led to criticisms that he's too rigid, too controlling, and in some cases, even dismissive of those who don't align with his vision. Is that what Davidson meant by abusive? A leadership style that some might see as cold or authoritarian? Or is there more to it? Labour supporters would argue that Starmer is simply doing what needs to be done to keep the party electable. After all, after years of internal division and controversy, a strong hand might be necessary. But critics, including some within his own party, claim that he's alienating long-time Labour supporters, silencing dissent, and in Davidson's words, bullying his way through leadership. That's a serious claim, but it's not one that's completely out of nowhere. There have been reports of tensions within the party, MPs feeling sidelined, and policies being pushed through with little debate. The reaction to Davidson's words has been predictably divided. Some are dismissing it as just another attempt to stir controversy, while others are pointing out that even a broken clock is right twice a day. If Starmer is indeed leading with an iron fist, should the public be concerned? Or is this just another case of political opponents looking for anything to bring him down? One thing's for sure, Davidson's remarks have sparked a conversation. Whether you agree with him or not, it's clear that leadership style matters. The way a leader treats their party, their colleagues, and even their critics can shape public opinion just as much as policy decisions. And with an election always looming in the distance, Starmer can't afford to ignore these kinds of discussions. But here's the real question. Does this change anything? Will voters suddenly see Starmer in a different light because of what Davidson said? Probably not. But in a political climate where every comment, every soundbite, and every allegation is dissected endlessly, even the smallest perception shift can make a difference. At the end of the day, it's up to the public to decide what they believe. Is this just noise, or is there something deeper worth paying attention to? Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Politics in the UK is never boring, and the conversations around leadership, power, and influence aren't going away anytime soon.